Okay. Yeah, we're back. It's another week, and this is the fourth week of spotlighting Sherry Sutell. I'm
Hi,
so glad
everybody.
you're here.
Me too.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Amanda Beer, everybody. And if you are new to us, we're actually sharing our expertise, our experience, and our in a really fun way, our personal likes and dislikes, if you will. And we're having fun doing it. But it's all about happy, joyful, and free. We started with hopeful week one. Happy week two. Joyful was week three. And free is the fourth week. And so if you have not been with us, please go back and watch the previous episodes because they're chock full of great information. And so today is all about, well, this week is about free. And so what we're going to do is give you the bird's eye view of what we're going to be covering for the next 3 days. And so um, I will be asking questions and pulling those nuggets out of Sherry because, you know, um, I'm the lay person and she's the professional, in this, what we're doing here. She's got all those degrees and things and certifications and all that stuff. And I got the experience of 33 years of recovery. So I have a lot of information and a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts, and she's got the answers. Okay. So with that, Sherry, should we get started with what we're going to be
Yeah.
sharing this week? Yeah. Okay. So the first thing we're going to be tackling is how you um, get ready, set, and glow. Like it's all about you starting. Whenever we get on a plane, they tell you put the oxygen mask on you first. Well, this is it. And in living a free life, we have to first start with where we are. And then the next thing we're going to be tackling is making a difference. Sharing is caring, and we know that it is. But how do you share? How do you, all that? We're going to be tapping into that. And so that's on Wednesday, right? Yeah, there you go.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah. And on Thursday, we're going to be doing Level Up Your Legacy, going global. What does that look like? So today, we're going to give you the bird's eye view of how these pieces fit together. So then you come back tomorrow for the Ready, Set, Glow and how to apply it and make a difference on Wednesday. And of course, Level Up Your Legacy on Thursday. And then we do a recap on Friday. Okay. So there you go. It's a lot of housekeeping information. Well, I
hmm
see she's ready to go. We get the hands going. Okay, give me.
And it's great for asking me questions and picking my brain.
Yeah, well, she's got a beautiful brain to pick. So, I mean, what do you do with a beautiful brain? You pick it, you learn, you use, and grow and glow. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna be given a bird's eye view. So in Ready, Set, Glow, tomorrow we're gonna be going deep in this for a full half hour. We're gonna be covering, and so becoming unstoppable. Okay, that it's how do we manage ourselves? I don't know about you, Sherry. Well, that's why I'm here talking with you because you do know how to do this. But I don't know about all of you out there. But a lot of times I put way too much on my plate than I could handle. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, oh my God, oh, geez, I didn't get all that done. And I did not do as well as I wanted to. It doesn't happen every day, but it does happen. So let's start with that, Sherry. Uh, Becoming unstoppable. What does that mean to us?
Well, it's taking on what you can take on, but we're going to talk about how to increase productivity, how to have those realistic expectations of what can be done in one day, and how to not overload yourself. Because this is really about productivity and profitability. and how this also facilitates your ability to have social interactions, giving yourself that time and space to be social, to make sure that you are participating in life as much as life is participating around you. So that's super exciting. That's, hey, that's the unstoppable we all need.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So it's about managing our expectations and making a plan of action that's actually going to work for us. So you guys, if you got more things on your plate at the end of the day than you want to, definitely want to show up for that for tomorrow. Okay. So next, it's about sharing our brilliance. Now, I've been training people to be sharing their brilliance on network television and and in the public arenas, and there's a lot of pushback because we kind of walk a fine line between feeling good about what we're sharing and feeling like we're bragging, feeling, just something internally, no, it does a weird thing, right? We want to be liked by people, but we don't want to feel like we're bragging about ourselves. But so how do we feel good about sharing our brilliance?
Well, that comes with confidence. That comes from a base of self esteem. So, we're going to make sure that you can get everything so that you have the elimination, maybe, of those feelings of conceit into confidence. And I'm going to go over the different steps that are also included in self esteem so that when you go and share that brilliance, you go and share that knowledge that you worked so hard to get to, you can do it and feel great about it, because that's really what this program is going to be about. It's how are you going to give to the masses, right? Share with the many. This is what we're doing. And hey, it starts with a bit of confidence. So let's get you there.
Okay, so I'm ready for more because I have been, kind of pulling back the last few years for personal reasons. And now just getting back in the stride. I'm even having challenges with that. I haven't been doing this for a while, this particular thing, or I haven't been speaking in a while. It's almost like starting anew in a different way. Things have changed. COVID changed a lot, so I'm excited to get the tips from Sherry on how do we step into our brilliance. And that brings us to the third thing she's going to be sharing tomorrow, and it's excitement and exploration. I love getting excited. I love exploring. But here, yeah, there you go. Looking for it, looking for it. And but here's where I'm like super excited because she's going to share with us something about the dopamine? Ooh, what is that about there, Sherry? What's going on here?
Hey, that's our excitability. That's that neurotransmitter chemical that helps us get excited and feel vibrant and makes us feel amazing and makes us feel that courage to go and do because we're wanting it and we love it. So we're going to learn how to not only tap into it, because that's no fun just, playing tag with this lovely fun chemical of ours. We're going to learn how to leverage it, how to bring it in when we're ready to bring it in, use it for our advantage, utilize it to share our information, and allow ourselves to engage in a way that feels good all the time. So, if you're ready for the feel goods, make sure you come tomorrow, because there's going to be so many different feel goods that you're going to grab your paper and grab your calendar and be like, I'm ready and we're going to do this.
Well, I'm ready, and I want to do that because I know that trying to get to that dopamine and it's cost me a lot of money in the past,
There's
in
better
many
ways.
different.
There's free ways. Free ways. We're going to go over the free ways to get the dopamine
I
high.
love that. Give me the bang of free dopamine. I'm ready for
Yes. We're going
that.
to tickle that brain a little bit.
You guys, this is good, good stuff, right? Okay. So now we're going to tap into what we're going to share, or what I should say, what Sherry's really going to be sharing with you on Wednesday. It's about making a difference. And, sharing is caring, and we all want to share. We all want to show how much we care, but how do we do it? Uh, Sometimes sharing, oh gosh, we can be controlling in wanting to help people. Sometimes we can be a doormat in wanting, to be liked by people, in one extreme to the other. But how do we show up and share with family, Sherry? And let's go. Tell us, what does it look like, family and friends and partners?
So we're no longer going to be that doormat, folks. We're just going to be adorable in our intentions. And so the biggest way to make a difference is to understand how you're going to come from the healthier you. So you can have more intimate conversations with family, with friends, and with partners. And now partners can be so many different things. Like Ann and I have a partnership, but this can be your significant other. This can be business partners. This can be partners in a even a hiking adventure. How can we have these more intimate places to give our best selves the opportunity to share what we are wanting to share and willing to share around our community and then eventually around the globe? You're going to hear more about that on Thursday. So, yes, it's the fun, good, healthy talk because we are in a world of wellness. We're all seeing this now.
Yeah, we are, and communication is what builds confidence, what builds trust, what builds intimacy. And we want that in our relationships, whether it's having a relationship with our children so they can come to us when they need help as opposed to running away. As a mother, it's very important. I know because I've experienced both with my daughter, and like with our partners, business partners, with our intimate, significant other partners, and of course other family members. The a lot of chaos usually goes on in different families. I don't know about you, but I still have to meet people who have a functional family. It's like so in some way we're all dysfunctional. Different family members want different things, but how do we have a happy, healthy family? And I'm super excited about that too, because I was a troubled teen and I'm still learning how to function within my family. So,
Hey, but that's why we took the fun out of dysfunction. And that's what we're operating on. We have loads
oh,
and loads of fun.
okay. So we got that. And then sharing is caring. Of course, it takes us into the community. So what does that look like, Sherry? How do we share our love and our brilliance and our expertise? And how do we care in our community?
Sometimes when we just have so much love to give and we're at that good healthy place in our mindset and in our body and in our even our businesses and our relationships, there is such a joy when it comes to sharing that because there's this reciprocity that exists. Just like when you share a smile or you share a positive comment, you get that smile in return, you get the thank you, the appreciation. That makes an impact. So, impacting your community is really about filling our human existence. We're communal beings. So, we're going to go out and we're going to make those impactful moves, those make those impactful statements and change maybe one, maybe many lives. And we're going to feel good while we're doing it.
I love it because, doing it the right way. I know that I've always been involved with different community, outings or events and fairs and things like that. And I always want to help, but sometimes I don't know where the best place is, or I can overcommit. Sure, I can do that. Oh, sure, I can do that. And what I've noticed is sometimes what they're asking me to do is probably not the best use of my brilliance for that project. So I want to know, how do we speak up? What do we do? How do we choose the projects and things we get involved with? So we're feeling good about the time we're investing and we're making an impact in the community. It's huge. It's huge. And I've experienced both the frustration as well as knowing that I made a big impact in one, really just one little project, but I can play a significant part if I'm mindful. And so being more intentional is the key here, learning how to do that. And Speaking of intentional, I'm going back to the feeling good. How do we intentionally add dopamine and serotonin? Oh, I know I need to learn more about both of these because I've been hearing about them. And how do we add them to our emotional toolbox? And more importantly, how do we use them intentionally? So, what are you going to be sharing about that, Sherry?
Well, we're actually going to, on Wednesday, tap right into a buildup from tomorrow's section about the excitement and exploration. And we're going to be adding the not only dopamine system and how to leverage it, we're also going to understand more about serotonin levels. We hear this term often, oh, the serotonin is this, and we know it has something to do with depression and mood, and then dopamine has our feel goods. So we're going to use what we learn on Wednesday to leverage, again, this emotional component, add to our emotional toolbox by knowing where our body is going chemically. So this is a big, big hot topic right now, not only in the world of psychology, but in the world of health and wellness altogether. So when we intentionally add dopamine and serotonin leveraging into our emotional toolbox, we are going to present better, we are going to feel better, and we're going to overall be better, whether on a personal, professional, intimate, healthy level, all of the above. And so, yes, that one is very, very exciting. I don't want to get too technical today. You're going to have to come back in Wednesday to hear more about these two things that drive us to do so much for our community and so much for ourselves.
There we go. I know I'm psyched. And by the way, I'm learning right along with all of you, right? I have access to her, but as we're going through the process, I am also learning. I'm learning. So I don't get to learn too much before we go live. So it's just as exciting for me as I hope it is for you. Yeah, right? Okay. And you know what? And that brings us to what we're going to be sharing on Thursday. Level up your legacy. I'm all about the legacy, your global legacy. How do we get out there? How do we make an impact? All about the global difference makers, the global visibility. I'm all about global. So we had to kind of put in something about that. And so um, nowadays, I don't travel as much as I used to before COVID. However, we have had access to a lot of tools. Like we can travel across the globe sitting in our living room or office or wherever we are. And so what does that look like, Sherry? How do we manage ourselves so we are going global? We are doing the things we like. We're not holding back. As you say, go big or go virtual. I love that.
So, for those of you that know, the going big or going virtual is absolutely at our fingertips every single day now. Like Anne said, she doesn't travel as much as she used to anymore. And so she's doing a lot of the going virtual. I'm going big. I'm going out to London to receive this international award here in just 3 weeks. And there's something about travel that brings so much pleasure to the body. It brings tension release to the mind. It brings about this overwhelming sensation of accomplishment as we venture into new lands, new worlds, and we're taking in all of this stimulus from around us and becoming more culturally diverse, becoming more culturally aware. And as our knowledge base grows with that, we get this very sense of peace that comes in with gathering this information. And so, whether you're sitting at home at your computer or whether you're ready to navigate TSA and try and get through that airport to make it to your final destination, know that you are providing your body with all of this activity that's going to bring you an elevated sense of self, an elevated sense of spirituality, and an overall better sense of mood.
Okay, love that. And I will tell you, as a global traveler, and I've been to many countries, I think it was like 20 something last count, whatever. And I will tell you, being there in person is much better. You can experience like the pyramids of Egypt. It's so much different than, seeing a video of it, if you will. However, watching some of those shows where people are describing what's going, it's like having your personal tour guide. And for me, it's a blend of the two. And I'm having a lot of pleasure, and I'm learning a lot, because one thing you mentioned, Sherry, was that we need to be more culturally aware, because everybody, especially with COVID, everybody is on camera. Everybody is joining from all different countries, and we need to be sensitive to different cultures, what's acceptable, what's not. I know that um, I'm going to date myself right now. In the 90s, when I was doing a lot of traveling for corporate, I actually bought this book, Do's and Taboos Around the World. And every time I was going to be landing in a place like, I don't know, it's India or wherever it might be, I would actually look up on do's and don'ts, and there were so much there was so much I had to learn. I'll put it that way. I made some boo boos. That's why I bought the book. So being able to go global, it's a beautiful opportunity for all of us. However, if we don't realize when we're doing or saying something wrong, whether it's a body language or it's verbal, we can actually insult people without even knowing about it. And so I'm excited about that. How can we be more neutral and things like that? So I'm going to be picking her brain, right, all the way. So that takes us to the time capsule we were talking about, Sherry. Go eternal with your own knowledge time capsule. We get all these beautiful experiences, all these knowledge, especially if you've been on a planet a few decades or more, okay? And I've been here quite a few decades. So, and I accumulated a lot of knowledge. And I've been fortunate because I've been able to share through different programs and trainings and things like that. And so we all have all this knowledge, and whether it's family, whether it's work, whether it's just health or whatever experiences. And so what do we do with it? How do we decide? Well, one, we want to share it. The next, what do we share? And all that. It's very confusing. Even for me, I'm like, what do I put in there now? So tell us, what is this time capsule that we're talking about, Sherry?
Well, the time capsule is our base of knowledge that we're going to share for our legacy. What are we leaving behind? Remember, folks, human beings, what's our ultimate goal in life? Though some of us are practice, not product, reproduction is what we're here for. And so we have this nurturing state. We have this innate desire to share and pass on knowledge as part of the completion of our accomplishments in life. So that's what our eternal time capsule is. Not only can we teach younger generations, but for those that are doing, say, programs or trainings, or they're a coach of some sort, they are going out and giving all of that information that's meant to be eternal, that's leaving that legacy, that's elevating the generations to come. And with that, again, we get this nice sense of dopamine release that allows us to feel like, hey, I'm sharing, I'm doing this, I am absolutely passing on for generations to come. We see this in storytelling, we see this in fables, we see this in Hawaiian cultures, sharing of hula to tell the stories of the past. So, this is what our eternal time capsule is going to be. What are we going to share to fulfill our human objective? That's really where we're at.
I love it. So we get to pick and choose what goes in our time capsule, because we are here. We're making a mark. We're having a ripple effect in this particular time and space. So the people we interact with, the children we raise, the families we interact with, the communities we impact, we have a ripple effect. We are a part of something beautiful. And so that takes us to the last point: become a global difference maker. Now, this is near and dear to my heart, because it's all about the global difference makers. And this is the ripple effect that we actually leave behind. So, Sherry, how do we step into that global difference maker mind, and what, well, how can we be a global difference? I mean, my next door neighbor and I mean, we're just two people. How can we be a global difference maker? That takes a whole different kind of thinking, doesn't it?
That one really does. You have to be ready. You have to be in a healthy mindset. You have to understand the message that you're going to send out there. You're going to have the leverage on your feel goods to be ready to sit there, set out that stage and say, yep, I am going to make that difference. And Anne, this is right up your alley. You get to tell them and you can show them and guide them as the layperson or me as the expert. We both understand what it means to make a difference in someone's life. You don't need to be an expert to know this, that you make a difference in someone's life every single day. And you came into my life, you made a huge difference in my life and have been every day since.
Oh,
So that's how we become a global difference maker. It
oh,
starts by doing.
thank you. Whatever right back at you. So the point, in since this is in my wheelhouse, basically we can all be a global difference maker, and here's how. Regardless of our expertise, whether it's raising a confident child, or having a healthy relationships, or taking a good care of our body, so eating healthy, or whatever our expertise, whatever it may be, we can share it across the globe. So somebody on the other side of the globe may be looking just for that information that we discovered because there was a need. Most of the people that I work with, that they want to make a difference because something happened in their life and they want to leverage it. They learn something. A lot of us, when a lot of unfortunately tragedy happens in our lives, we go into mode and fast forward, and we need to find things. And um, a lot of times it's something somebody else needs, because when, I don't know about you, when there was an ailment in my family. Excuse me. See, this I cough whenever I shouldn't be saying something, or I should be saying something. So, anyways, I actually started calling friends that I know who have a lot of knowledge. So they shared it with me. And I'm guessing you're watching this, you probably had some kind of an event in your life where it prompted you to go out there and learn something to take care of yourself or a loved one. And so that knowledge is very valuable. And I can't tell you how important that is. Yes, we have a lot of experts out there like Sherry. She's got more licenses and degrees and all that, but my knowledge is just as important, when it comes to sharing. That's why meeting of the minds, getting together, using my knowledge with Sherry's knowledge, we're bringing you the practical, the life experience with the science. So it's not just you. You can team up with somebody else. You can make a global difference. You can make a global impact, and you can be a global difference maker. And that's what this is happening. That's what's happening here. Am I excited? Yes, I am. Okay.
Yes.
so so with that, we're going to wrap up for today. And so if you haven't watched this is week 4 of the month where Sherry's been sharing her brilliant information. And so go watch the other videos wherever you're watching this. There are tons of videos. And so again, this week it's all about ready, set, glow. That's what you're going to be doing. Make a difference in your own life as well as your community, and then your global legacy. So join us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll be doing a recap of all the nuggets that came out of it, and we're going to share it with you. Okay, so with that, thank you, Sherry, so much for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you again for having me, Anne.
Okay, and everybody, those of you who are watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching a recording or a replay, wherever you're watching it, Thank you for joining us. And please do let us know, comment, ask questions, because when you ask questions, we actually create content to answer those questions. So, and if you are an expert on any of the topics that we're sharing, let us know because we'd like to have you on as an expert. We love conducting interviews. There's lots going on behind the scenes. You'll be hearing more about it, but do let us know. You have interest? Share. You have expertise? Share. And with that, we will see you here tomorrow. Bye bye.